yourself, or follow the red line, please, into the madness. Hear the voice of the madness in the stories of that genius of the macabre, Edgar Allan Poe. There's another voice. Listen. Deep beneath this granite gravestone, a wretch mistaken for dead has just awakened, alive in his coffin. This was Poe's most characteristic theme, and in our first tale we freshened it up with a twist of humor. For your greater pleasure, we've added a touch of Mark Twain.
Settle down, you fellows. This is the dissecting room, not a saloon. I know it's late, but we're almost finished. There it is. The fibia medulla. I'm sure he'll ask about it tomorrow. He did last year when I took the examination. You're fortunate to have such a fresh cadaver. Now come in close and see this. Incidentally, which of you is going to pick up the replacement?
We have to do it? You have to do it. Shut up.
One of you has to. Underclassmen always replace the cadaver. Traditionally, they draw straws.
I'm not gonna do it, even if I draw it.
Oh, yeah? Then traditionally, you get this. Oh, stop that! Stop that! Put that down! Stop that! Stop that, I tell you! Put that down! Don't act so childish! Stop that, I say! Stop that! What do you think you're doing? Well, this is unheard of. Please, put that down! I tell you, put that down!
Hello, Tilly.
Buford, it's good to see you. Now, when did you get out of jail?
Yesterday.
Well, what are you doing out here?
I come out to see you.
Did you hear?
Why don't we walk? I don't want to hold you up.
I'm on my way to Lemuel's right now.
I figured you was going someplace special. You sure look pretty.
Thank you, Buford. You look different yourself.
Lamb's a lucky man.
Thank you, Buford.
Decentest man in the valley.
Oh, he reads the Bible every night.
Got education, too.
I wouldn't have no man without it.
Getting married to him is like winning a prize. And by the way, I learned to read.
You did?
Yep, up in jail. There weren't nothing else to do.
Oh, Buford, I'm proud of you. Now if you can just keep from stealing chickens.
Shoot. I didn't steal half the chickens they say I did. Every time a hen wanders out the yard, it's go look for Buford.
Well, that's most likely where the hen winds up.
Well, from now on, I'm only eating chicken I paid for.
Well, amen.
Amen.
So, what are your plans now?
I'm lighting out for the West.
Well, it's about time. You know, you've been talking about that forever.
I want you to come with me, Tilly.
What?
I want you to marry me instead of Lim.
Buford, have you taken leave of your senses? I never dreamed. I'm sorry, Buford. It's too late. I'm spoke for. I appreciate the offer, though.
Till, if you're gonna spend the rest of your life with someone, it just makes sense that it be me. Remember, we always liked talking to each other more than anybody else. Seemed like there was always something we was the only ones laughing at. And there was looks. You know what I mean?
No, I made up my mind to marry Lemuel, and I'm gonna. Buford, stop that.
Remember we was little? And we used to play down at the swimming hole? And then we both got hair, and you got bosoms. We started playing in a different way.
I'm betrothed now. Buford, please.
I don't know if you noticed, but you ain't tethered to this spot.
Get back in there.
But Montrose, I'm alive.
You most certainly are not. You're rigid as steel. You've stopped breathing.
But
you have no heartbeat. The best physicians available can find no signs of life. You are dead. Now get back in that coffin.
I won't.
I'm warning you. You meet every legal requirement of a corpse.
Montrose, you're my brother. How can you do this to me?
You did it to yourself. The family is assembling at great inconvenience, and I won't have them disappointed.
No, I won't. Montrose, please, I'm not dead, please. Montrose, please, no.
Ogden,
Yes?
I'm leaving.
Now?
I've seen enough.
What do you mean?
The family asked me to come here to ascertain just how far you've descended into this latest delusion. I've made up my mind.
Can't we discuss this at breakfast?
Breakfast? It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
But what will you tell them?
That you far surpass our worst fears.
Montrose, wait. Let's talk about this. At least wait until Halstead hitches a rig.
The train doesn't leave till this evening, and I'd rather walk to purge myself of the influence of this house. Besides, I dismissed Halstead.
You dismissed my servant?
And your cook.
How am I? Ow! What am I? Ow! Montrose, wait! Montrose, damn you, wait! How dare you!
I gave them 3 months' wages.
How am I supposed to live? I'm a sick man.
Soon you'll be a working man. I'm recommending that your allowance be cut off, for your own sake.
Work? How? Where? Suppose I have a fit among people I don't know. At any moment I could be laying at their feet unconscious with stiff limbs and no breath and no heartbeat. There's no way to tell I'm not dead. I'm only completely safe in my own house.
What about the note?
I have it. See, I am following your advice. My name is Ogden Farthingale. In spite of appearances, I am not dead. I am a cataleptic. Please do not bury me until decomposition is complete.
Well then.
But a transplant lasts weeks, even months, and I'm afraid the doctors might give up. Someone might see an opportunity to be rid of me.
Anyway, the fits will stop as soon as you return to a normal life.
Catalepsy is a deeply rooted disease.
If so, the cure is a strict avoidance of the works of Edgar Poe.
Mr. Poe has nothing to do with this.
Are you denying this all started when you became immersed in his bugaboo tales?
No, but there's more to it than that. Montrose, I don't know anything about work. I've never worked a day in my life.
I rest my case.
Don't worry, honey. Nobody can see us up here.
Montrose, listen. Leave me just one servant, please. Just Halstead. We have an arrangement.
He showed me your arrangement. A coffin with ventilation holes, a lid that flies open at the touch. That's when I realized an extreme remedy was called for. I'm certain the family will agree.
All right, all right. I'll leave this house. Work where you tell me to, but first just let me remodel the family vault.
Install that contraption.
All right, then. Then promise me. Swear to me. Swear on our mother's immortal soul that you won't bury me until there's no chance of recovery.
Of course I won't swear to such an insipid oath. You've indulged in every quackery from mesmerism to phrenology. And now you've concocted this disease. You never even noticed I turned Father's button factory into an empire. Your only contribution has been the smirch your name elicits. Something's finally going to be done about you, and I'm going to do it.
You are trying to kill me.
Buford, darling, that was a wonderment. But I still ain't gonna marry you. I made up my mind to marry Lemuel, and I ain't gonna let a moment of weakness change it. Buford, what? You weren't let out of jail at all.
I stayed just long enough to get reformed.
Oh, Buford, ain't it close to your letting out time?
Well, I had 2 weeks left, but you'd have been married by then.
You mean you did it for me? Oh, darn you, Buford! Is that the posse?
It could be the guy I stole these clothes from. Come on, Till.
I can't. I'm scared. It's too sudden.
Listen, Tilly, you can stay here and read the Bible with the Lamb every night for the rest of your life. Or you could come with me and wake up smiling every morning.
I want children.
You got them.
I want a decent home to raise them up in.
You got it, Gail.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, please. Oh, please, Lord.
Praise the Lord. These clothes are your sign. The Lord just brung them to help us get away.
I was expecting a dove to coo or something like that.
He's dead.
What's the paper say? What's it say?
It's nothing. It's a handbill for a hog auction. He was going to a hog auction.
What?
Let's talk about it later, Till. We can't do nothing for him now. Let's go.
Mr. Mudge?
Just Hezekiah.
Randolph Brumley.
So you're the short straw.
I beg your pardon.
Up at the medical college, the students draw straws. Who's going to pick up the body? You must have been a short one.
Oh, yes, well, I wasn't there at the time, but they said I'd do the short one. Here's the money.
First we dig them up. You pay me when you leave.
Of course.
Let's get cracking.
Perhaps I should move the wagon closer.
Nah, it's okay for now.
I could go get my lantern.
Nah, this one will do. This fella you're picking up is a right-ogged duck. The sheriff was out looking for some fool chicken thief and found this fella instead, lying in the road, no clothes or nothing. Sheriff figures vagabonds must have killed him and stripped him. For gypsies. So no one knows who he is or where he comes from. That's why he's over here with the humble folks instead of yonder with the marble and granite crowd.
Evidently, this place isn't as populous as the register would indicate.
Maybe, but a passel of folks been saved by doctors I've helped learn, and I'm monstrous proud of it. You see, it's this way. Everything there is has got a purpose. Even them. The Lord don't shoot no blanks. Don't worry. Nobody ever comes out here.
I hope not. If we're caught, I'll be ruined for life. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm more suited to dentistry.
Let's pluck him.
You all right? Why, that's Esther Dudley. How'd she get over here?
She used to lend that glass eye to an old neighbor lady of mine. Trouble was, it was the wrong color. She was a good old soul. I wonder if it's worth anything.
Doc, wait a minute.
Doc, I can explain. It's my eye. That's it. It's my eyes. I've been having trouble with them. Wait.
Wait a minute. I just got carried away and
You're drunk!
Yeah, that's true. But I'm always drunk, and I never had this happen before. You don't want to be the first not to come back with a body. You leave now and you will be. Any other night, I wouldn't care so much, but I got a powerful need of that money, like never before. I want that dead man even more than you. I remember now. That's right, I remember where I put him. It'll only take a minute. I plant them real shallow when they're going to the college.
Oh!
Voices? Was that voices? Yes. That was voices. There's no weight on it. I'm not buried. I'm still at the undertaker's. Or in the parlor. Yes. That's it. I'm still in the parlor. I've got to get a hold of myself. I must be careful. A commotion will only frighten them. Hello? Excuse me? Oh, I'm afraid there's been a mistake.
Here's your lantern.
Doc, I know this don't look good.
Forget it. It could be dawn before we can find him. I can't take the chance.
But there's only one place left he could be.
I need a dead body.
Open up this door! Open up this door! Why aren't they coming? I know those voices were real. Aren't they? Yes. I know I'm not buried. They'll be here any moment. Stay calm. Yeah. I'm all right now.
All right. I'll give you one more chance. But hurry. Did you hear something?
Nah.
I know I planted them. I think I did.
Bet your light here. There. Just like I said. Hardly no clothes or nothing. The sheriff figures vagabonds must have killed him and stripped him.
Now what?
We pluck him and put him in a wagon. I got another one up in the shack, even more peculiar than this one. They found him down the same road in a nightshirt.
I'll tell them back at the college. Good night.
Yeah. Good night. I can't sell him till he's planted and preached over. Tomorrow or the next day, maybe. He's young. But I'll let him go for half price. Tell him that. Half price. You're welcome, darling. You know I love you, and I'll always be here for you.
I know, Uncle Hezekiah. That's why we came to you.
And we'll pay you back just as soon as we can.
Ah, it's a wedding present.
Oh, honey, we better get going.
It's a shame you have to leave. I don't think the sheriff would have bothered with you, Buford, if you hadn't stole one of his chickens on the way out.
Was that his? I can explain.
Keep the explaining. You can change.
Yes, sir, Reverend. I'll have him in the ground in a jiffy, and I'll dig him up
just as fast.
Our next tale is based on 2 short stories in which Poe probes, with insight far ahead of his time, the peculiar twists in the subconscious of the criminally insane.
No, this is just a holding cell. We'll take you downtown in about half an hour. Pipe down in there. You get your call.
I have to write fast. Not that the details would make my story any more believable. I am here because of a conspiracy between the imp of the perverse and a black cat that is probably a witch in disguise. I discovered the imp of the perverse in an old story I read as a boy. It's that paradoxical something else we feel living our lives. You experience its perversity whenever you act before you realize it and thwart your own desires. There is no reason for what it has us do except perhaps that we should not do it. A good example is that afternoon I drove to the ocean. I owned a restaurant and I had been working too hard, and my wife insisted I take a day off. I noticed the edge and couldn't resist peeking over it. I just couldn't walk away. And pretending it wasn't there didn't work, so I tried giving in. When I felt sick and dizzy and should have turned away, I didn't. The more terror and revulsion I felt, the more irresistible it became. Until it would take only the thought of saving myself to throw me onto the rocks. That was the only time I was ever able to fight off the imp of the perverse.
Hello? Oh, hi. How was your trip? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, not much. Well, he's fine. Well, as a matter of fact, he's coming in right now. Sure. Uh-huh. It's my sister. Oh, all right. Mm-hmm. Well, look, let's get together sometime tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, I'll be gone in the morning, so I think it would be better in the afternoon sometime. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow afternoon then. Mm-hmm. Bye. Welcome home, wanderer. And what did you do with your day off? And you better not have gone near that restaurant.
No, I didn't. I promise.
Not even a phone call?
Mm-mm. I went out to the ocean.
Oh, that was a good idea. How was it?
Words just wouldn't come. The imp was protecting itself.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Fell down out there.
Oh, did you hurt yourself?
No, it was nothing. What'd you do?
I went to the restaurant, and I talked to the decorator about the new drapes. But I don't want to talk about that right now. There's really nothing to say anyway. So let's see. I also did just a little bit of shopping.
Practicing your religion, eh?
I bought something that you're going to like.
Hmm?
You know that burgundy camisole that I've got that you like so much?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got another one just like it. Except it's apricot.
Well, go put it on.
Later, I'll show it to you. Pluto! Did he hurt you?
No, just startled me.
Pets were my main refuge as a child. No pet ever meant more to me than Pluto. A cat of uncanny intelligence, now getting peevish with old age. That afternoon on the cliff was the most recent of what were becoming increasingly more frequent fits of perversity. It was only the next day when the imp struck again, this time using Pluto. I was relaxing in the basement when suddenly, out of nowhere, I realized I was going to hang him. After a lifetime of combating these impulses, I've learned to read them. I knew immediately that resisting this one would be hopeless. This time, I went over the cliff. Why did I do it? Because it violated my every belief. Because the animal loved me. Because doing it placed me beyond the forgiveness even of God. In theory, all the reasons for not doing it. In fact, what made it irresistible.
Where's the phone?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Arnie. I'm really sorry. I don't know what happened.
Who is it?
I was sleeping on
Arnie.
the storeroom.
The dishwasher?
Yeah, nothing. Go on.
There was nothing I could do. The fire was everywhere before the trucks even got here. And they couldn't do anything either.
Arnie, calm down.
Okay.
Are you saying the restaurant burned down?
Just like that.
How much damage is there?
It's gone. Yeah? I'm talking to him now.
Arnie.
Huh?
Is there a fireman around? Somebody I can talk to.
I gotta tell you something. They asked me who was the last one in the kitchen, and I told them that it was you. They said that's where they think it started. I heard somebody say something about you starting it for the insurance.
That's ridiculous.
Insurance.
They got these guys like cops putting things in plastic bags. You want to talk to one of them?
No, that's all right. I'll talk to him when I get there in an hour or so.
If there's anything I can do, let me know, because I really want to help.
It's just ridiculous. You've made that restaurant one of the best in the city. It's your life.
That's not why it's ridiculous. The insurance lapsed last month. I forgot to mail in the renewal check.
Somehow it just kept slipping my mind, despite repeated warnings from the insurance company. The only part of the restaurant left standing was a small section of wall behind my desk. I brought it home to study it. I kept trying not to think about black cats being witches in disguise. To cover our debts, we sold our house and many of our possessions and moved temporarily into a rental unit owned by my sister-in-law.
Oh. Did you follow me home? Oh. Look, I petted it in front of the store. Okay. Oh, look it. Doesn't it look exactly like Pluto? You know, this is a good sign. I mean, when Pluto ran away, the restaurant burned down. And now, that's all right. Now here's this cat to take its place. I can't get over how much he looks like Pluto. Except for this white blotch. Kind of looks like a flower, doesn't it?
It's just a blotch.
It wasn't just a blotch. I clearly saw the figure of a hanged man. The cat became ours, endearing itself to my wife and directing at me in return for my loathing and unnatural devotion. It never left me alone, following me everywhere like a shadow. More than once I tried to kill it, but I couldn't. I couldn't escape it either. No!
Oh, for Christ's sake. Sorry if I interrupted your brooding. I just asked you to help me move some boxes out in the garage. Honey. Look, the restaurant is gone. But that doesn't mean we can't be happy again. But first you've got to pull yourself out of this.
That's not it.
Well, what is it then? What is it? Why can't you tell me? I don't even recognize you anymore. You're in a constant rage. You don't talk, you just explode. I thought all this was because of the fire. And now you say it isn't. Well, what is it then? Please. Tell me. All right, forget it. Look, I really do need your help out in the garage, though. It'll only take a few minutes. Let's get it over with.
Then, when I least expected it, the cat made its move by running under my feet on the stairs.
Are you all right?
It failed. I wouldn't.
Stop it! You really are sick. It's just an animal. Didn't deliberately try and hurt you. Now put that back. And let's get this done.
hand put the hatchet in her head. But did I do it? The thought never entered my mind. I was as shocked and horrified as if I had just walked in and found her there. I felt framed. I frantically searched for ways to dispose of the body. And settled on a recessed wall as a temporary hiding place. Then I went looking for the cat.
Here, Pluto. Here, Pluto. Here, kitty.
I searched for hours but couldn't find it. Somehow it had gotten out of the house. Numb with exhaustion, I went to bed and slept soundly for the first time in weeks. Yes, even though I was covered with my wife's blood. But the cat was out of my life forever. So I slept. This blissful sense of deliverance carried through the next day.
I don't know why she hasn't called.
But the day after, my wife's sister started calling.
She's very busy lately. But I'll remind her to call as soon as she gets back. There's nothing to be alarmed about. I really think you're overreacting. I told you I would have her call you, and I will. Well, she's been sort of detached lately. She gets annoyed with me, angry over every little thing.
I kept putting her off, trying to come up with a story.
But she went to bed recently with a splitting headache. And I haven't seen her since.
But no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't think of anything.
Same to you. Yes. All right. If she calls, I'll have her call you. Unless you want to call her tomorrow. Leave something on the answering machine. Of course, I'll have to go out and buy an answering machine.
On the fourth day, she persuaded the police to come to the house.
Hello, I'm Inspector Smythe. This is Inspector Avery. We received a call from Mrs. Schiff saying...
Yes, my sister-in-law.
Evidently, she is worried about her sister.
Yes, yes, please. Come in.
Thank you.
I'm so glad she called you. I was just going to call you myself. My wife went to the store early this morning and she hasn't come back. She hasn't called either. I'm so worried.
Has she heard anything like this before?
Never.
Were you arguing?
No.
The story that eluded me before now just poured out.
She's been so weird lately.
How's that?
Well, she's angry all the time. Preoccupied. I don't know about what because she won't tell me. It's not like her. It's not like her either not to call her sister. And now this. I was going to call the hospital and then...
Feeble as it was, they believed it. But they still asked if they could look around. I encouraged instead a meticulous search. They couldn't possibly find the body or any signs of it.
That's the garage.
Well, here it is.
You're gonna be in San Bruno in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we had this chance to clear up any suspicions. I hope we can get on now with searching for my wife.
That's what I intend to do now, sir. Can I use your phone?
Yes, of course. Ever notice how well built these old
I was absolutely giddy with confidence. It was all I could do to keep from dancing. I had to say something, anything, it didn't matter what, because I would really be crowing with triumph and dispelling any traces of suspicion. But I was trying so hard to say it casually that I didn't pay attention to what I was saying.
out of a kit. These old houses, they're as solid as granite.
Is that a closet or something?
Grab that hammer.
A cat.
You have the right to remain silent.
How did it?
Anything you say can and will be used against
Imp.
you in a court of law.
Why did I?
Oh, shit.